Peace. This is King Noble Black Supremacy.com. And with this particular video, I want to talk about how it's not about polygamy or monogamy or celibacy or polyamory or polyandry. The list could go on. It's not about any of them. It's truly about awakening to Black God consciousness. Do not be distracted. You want to awaken to Black God consciousness. In the state of Black God consciousness, there is no division. There is no separation. There is only one consciousness, one divine entity, one supreme being that is manifesting itself as everyone in a very fragmented and diverse way. One entity, one energy, one consciousness, one intelligence. That is all. And the individual wants to awaken themselves to the realization as being the all, as being the one. Polygamy and monogamy are materialistic situations. They exist in a materialistic fourth dimensional reality, in the realm of duality, in the realm of separation. This is where they exist. So anyone who wants to say that polygamy or monogamy has anything to do with awakening is completely asleep. Because they are completely materialistic modes of reality that deals with division, that deals with ego, that deals with gender, that deals with polarity, that deals with division. Your ultimate goal as an desire to become an enlightened being, your ultimate goal as an enlightened being is to see the union of it all, to see the oneness of it all, to reawaken as the one, as all of it. So there's no he, she, them, those, they, or there. It's only the one supreme divine Black God consciousness of the universe, awakening to itself. The unified field theory. We're all one, we're all energy. So if you're still in a relationship and you're looking at the entities that you are interfacing with as someone other than you, as multiple beings, as several entities, you are 100% asleep. You are interfacing with an illusion. Only in the realm of illusion are we separate. Are we disconnected? That's where the multiplicity is. When you truly are in alignment with the universe, you and what you're calling your mate or mates are one entity once you awaken. So it does not matter how many you have or how many you don't have. They are all illusions being holographically projected from the source. In the source and as the source, we are all one. So if we are still arguing with other aspects of ourselves, other dimensions of ourselves, we are asleep. When we come into the remembrance of who we are, we will realize that we are all one, and we will exist as that energy and as that awakening, and we will have peace and harmony in any and all of our relationships, because we realize no one is separate from us, and that it is all consciousness, and what we are experiencing is a projection and is a manifestation of our consciousness. No one else is there. The observer is observing their own consciousness in the material realm. That's what quantum physics is about. The observer is a participant. Their observation is creating what they are observing simultaneously. So what is a relationship? It's your observation. It is a projection of the observer. It is you. It is your consciousness, your stream of thought, your meditation, your manifestation. There are no multiple beings or multiple entities. That is an illusion. We talk about quantum physics. We talk about that it's all being energy. We talk about the cells and the self. When you awaken to that, there is no conversation of monogamy or polygamy. There is no question of an I or me to possess them, they, or those, he or she. All that is an illusion. You want to come back into Black God consciousness, realizing and being awakened to the divine reality. You can see the divine reality when you look out of your third eye. As the experiences, as the people and the places and the circumstances you go through, you want to be able to see them from the divine perspective, and that is a perspective of complete oneness. You cannot argue with yourself. You cannot debate with yourself. It's impossible. So when you are self-awakened, all of these foolish arguments disappear because there are no selves. There is only the self. There is only the one. So when you come into this supreme consciousness, there are many expressions of you. And these many expressions can go on infinitum. It doesn't stop at mono. It doesn't stop at poly, which means three. It continues infinitum. There is no limit. Self is infinite. Self is infinite in its realization of the oneness of itself. There is no end. And the more you awaken, and the more expansive your awakening is, the more entities you will become in alignment with, because you will begin to not move as an individual, you will begin to move as the all. And that does not look like monogamy. Does not look like just polygamy. These are concepts. These are ideas. Imagine moving as the energy of the all. Imagine going deep within your meditation and seeing yourself as the all. How can the all have a relationship with all that it is? It is all that it is. And what you're calling a relationship is when the individual self, the illusion of the I, submerges and melts into the I am that is all. There are no selves in a relationship. There are no partners. There are only wholeners. You can only be whole. You're stepping into the wholeness of who you are, which is greater than the individuated self that you're calling you. The relationship is an awakening to the greater self. So a true relationship is an expansion of your own consciousness from perceiving yourself as that one individual entity that you call you, and seeing you yourself as the greater entity that we're calling we, that is constantly expanding through all molecules, all subatomic particles, and through all of the universe, because you are the entire universe asleep. You are the entire universe. You are the butterfly effect. You are the cause. You just have not embraced the effect as a part of who you are. All relationships are effects The I am is the cause. You have to go beyond the idea of monogamy, the idea of polygamy, go beyond all ideas because they are compartmentalized and they are fragmented. Ideas belong to the ego, energy belongs to the universe. You must learn to move as the energy that you are that moves every in all things without resistance, without opposition, without struggle. It effortlessly moves as all that is simultaneously. You want to get back into that spirit. You want to get back into that energy of being the I am that I am, which is all. There's no monogamy there. There's no polygamy there. It just is. If you expand into multiple, what we call multiple mates or multiple entities that are on the same frequency and same energy, that's just your expansion. You're just expanding, and it is natural. It's not with attachment. It's not with possessiveness. It's not with fear, lack, doubt, or limitation. And it doesn't strengthen your belief in separation and being individualized. If you break down the word individual, it means inwardly divide you all. Inwardly divide the all. We must no longer be divided. United we stand, divided we fall. A relationship by any name is a choice to expand beyond limited consciousness and to awakening as a larger and greater being. That's what a movement is. It's when the so-called individual begins to move as the collective, move as the masses, move as a greater entity with more mass. All the people in society are our limbs. Arm, leg, arm, head. The all, Allah, Allah, we all are. All entities are our limbs, the limbs of God, God body. But you need God consciousness to move God body. We're paraplegic right now because we cannot seem to move as all of our limbs to attune the frequency to get everyone moving on one cadence, one frequency, one vibration. We can't move all of our limbs and all of our body parts, which is all that is. When we awaken, we begin to stimulate. I stimulate life and matter. I stimulate all life and matter. We begin to stimulate these parts of ourselves, that's all of humanity, and move it to the higher vibrational frequency to elevate this planet, to elevate the consciousness and the physical reality of this planet. But we have to awaken these parts of ourselves that we have fell asleep on, thinking that, we're living in a dream of who we are. And that dream is distracting us from moving the body, which is the reality of who we are, which is all that is, which is our consciousness creating reality and manifesting everything. Our consciousness has manifested everything and everyone around us. It is a manifestation of who we are. It is a manifestation of our thoughts and our energy and our mind. Awaken to God consciousness. Do not get distracted by this material illusion and this material reality, or you will remain asleep. You'll never wake up because you believe in a fragmented illusionary realm, that there is a them out there to interface with. And every interface is nothing but a manifestation of your interface. Your interface is the revelation of your interface. Stop struggling with them, those, and they, and become the energy of the all to move all in divine harmony and divine order and divine manifestation. Not only may the force be with you, you are the force of it all. So you have to force nothing. You have to fight with nothing or no one. Allow, let it be. You are. No monogamy, no polygamy. As it is, so shall it be, and so shall it continue for eternity. It's KingNobleBlackSupremacy.com. Donate and don't hate.